Find an algebraic expression equivalent to y divided by x plus 3 divided by 2y. We are adding two fractions. In order to add two fractions, we must have a common denominator. The denominators must both be the same. Right now, the denominators are not the same. We have one that has x and one that has 2y. So let's make sure we have the same denominators. So how you do that algebraically is you want to think about what you have. You currently have an x and a 2y. Well, what should your denominator look like? Well, we want to use each part once. So we want to use the x and the 2y all in the common denominator. So our common denominator is going to look like 2xy. So I'm going to make two new fractions with 2xy. Now, you want to think about your first fraction. Look at the denominator. It's already with an x. It already has an x. So think to yourself, if I already have an x, but I want 2 times x times y all on the bottom, and there's already an x, well, what does this first fraction need to make the bottom have 2xy? So if you're thinking we need the 2 and the y because we already have the x, then you're correct. Point is, we multiply the first fraction by 2y in both the top and the bottom. All right, let's move over here to the second fraction. We have a 2y. We want the end result to be 2 times x times y. Well, if we already have 2 times y and we want 2 times x times y, what do we multiply this fraction by to have an end result of 2 times x times y? And if you're thinking we only need to multiply this fraction by x, then you're correct. So let's finish up. Multiply the numerators in the first fraction. 2y times y is 2y squared, because each y really has an exponent of 1. And when we multiply the y's together, the y times y, we add their exponents. The 1 plus 1 becomes 2. So 2y times a y results in 2y squared. Immediately, once you get to that point, you should eliminate answer choice A and B because it does not contain 2y squared in either of choice A or B. So now let's move over to the second fraction. We just need to multiply 3 times x to result as 3x. And so now we're ready to add our fractions because they both have common denominators. So we just look at the numerators now and add them together. Since we have a y and an x, two different variables, we cannot combine like terms and actually add them together. So the end result would look like 2y squared plus 3x all over 2xy. Since we eliminated choice A and B already, we just focus on C and D, and C is eliminated because the 3 doesn't have an x next to it. So D is the correct answer choice, and now you're an expert.